It feels like this is an annual thing with Jim Harbaugh, Sam Flannel. It just is.
Yeah.
And he's a hell of a coach. He was, and I think still would be, a hell of an NFL coach. And I think his heart still believes in his mind, listen, I could compete in the NFL. Like, he sees what his brother's doing. Number 1 seed in the NFL. Best record. Tied, at least, with the 49ers. I think Jim Harbaugh, there's a part of him that wants to go back to the NFL, and I think there's a part of him that's sick of the NCAA. He's sick of this bullish that goes on, the allegations, the stupid stuff, the petty stuff. But then there's a part of me, Sam Flannel, that believes if he were to win a national championship, because everybody has an ego, Jim Harbaugh would be thinking in his own mind, why can't we win another one? Why can't we run this thing back? So where are you at with the Jim Harbaugh stuff? Because clearly there's going to be teams that are interested in Jim Harbaugh. That's not a surprise there. The question is Jim Harbaugh interested in the Chargers? Because that's one, to me, you could say whatever you want about the roster. One thing you can't deny is who they have at quarterback. And he's locked up long term. That job is attractive to any, at least, especially offensive head coach, but head coach, period. So likelihood of it, what's on your mind with that, with the Jim Harbaugh stuff?
All right, so I'm going to be objective about this and kind of put my fanboy hat away. One, I think that Jim Harbaugh, I would love to see him back at Michigan. Obviously, I wish that this contract extension would get done. I think that he has the chance to go down as the greatest coach in school history, and I think if Michigan wins the national championship this year, that's already locked up. He's already the best Michigan coach ever, and he is going to be a Michigan legend that no other Michigan figure, I think, can reach, at least in the future. And there's a couple ways to look at it when it comes to Michigan. For one, you got to deal with allegations right now. You got to deal with pesky things like recruiting and rules and everything. And in the NFL, in a lot of ways, you don't have to do all of that. With college football, it's a year-around job. You've got to go on recruiting trips. You have to deal with recruiting. You got to deal with allegations, all of that, as I already said. And right now, I'm sure that is something that is wearing on Jim Harbaugh right now. But on the other hand, I think Jim Harbaugh would love nothing more than to just stick it to the NCAA by winning a national championship while continuing to keep Michigan near the top of college football for many years to come. And I think that would satiate a lot of his desires just as much as maybe going to the NFL and doing it. Because when you look at the Chargers job, obviously there's a lot of things that are attractive about it, but I don't know if you necessarily go to this job and say, we're going to win the Super Bowl in a couple of years.